Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the North America Open #1. There's like so many titles. I forget the official
You go
title.
to North America. It's not the Open. This is the Spring Championship qualifier for North America, the first one. I'd probably just said that entirely in the backwards. It's not easy. It's not easy going through that.
Oh, I gotta update that. The vote.
All right, so we have two undefeated teams, as I'm told. Team Blaze up against Bob Ross Fan Club. Neither team has dropped a map yet. Very, very, very strong teams in the North America scene. Team Blaze has improved immensely over the past 2-3 months.
Oh, man.
It's insane how good they've gotten over the past couple months. So
They're beastly.
this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a very, very good set. I'm excited. Winner of this qualifies to go to LA at the end of the month, end of February.
And that's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's your chance. If you make it to that qualifier, you have a chance to go into the World Finals in Korea.
Yeah.
A lot of money on the line, $500,000 for the World Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, regionals are $100,000.
Yeah, that's a big prize pool in itself. So
It is. So, again, guys, you can use !vote BRFC or !team space Blaze. I don't know why I didn't do like TB. I'm a bad person, but it's okay. You have to do team space Blaze for the votes. And then, again, a big shout out to Anyavalin, the Lyrist, and Shell and Jedi for the subs today.
not bad. I looked at that. I was like, that's not even a word.
I tried. I did my best. Let's get some tunes in here. Yes.
So
Game sounds.
thing to mention. I mean, I keep bringing up, Blaze running some wacky stuff here and there, and they have gotten to be a lot. I don't think it's fair to call their style cheese. They run some offbeat stuff for sure, but lately they've been picking very, very standard and taking names with it. So I wouldn't say that it's something you have to expect out of them, but there could be some weird stuff happening. We'll have to find out.
Now, Kendrick, who is casting Blaze throughout the day,
Yeah.
says that Blaze has been playing Artanis and Asmodan throughout today.
Okay. Well, that justifies that then, yeah. Artanis and Asmodan. I would love to see Artanis.
Man, he is such a cool hero. Late game, he just shreds nerds.
He does.
And ever since they changed, what's it called? Phase Prism. I almost said Warp Prism, and I'm like, that is not right. Phase Prism.
Yeah.
To have a little bit more speed and a little more range. He's so much stronger early game. Before,
Yeah.
he was just a late game one-trick pony with Zealot Charge and Triple Strike where he just shreds through you.
Auto attack range went up too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point.
Yes, level 16, especially once you get Zealot Charge, Triple
Pretty good.
Strike. I mean, that seems to be the standardized build. It's like a lot of survivability, but you can really take some crazy fights if you get into the right position. It's hard to do. Not the easiest of things. I think that's Claudius that's in the flex position that would be playing that, so he's up to the task. I'd love to see it. Trying to think. Oh, the other thing I looked up in between this game in the past to see where they had met up during Heroes Rising. It was the lower bracket semifinals, and Bob Ross Fan Club took a 2-0 victory. Different patch,
Yeah.
but Tassadar, Karazim were present on both sides for Blaze. So
I'm so pumped to see these teams collide.
yeah, this is
though.
gonna be great. This is gonna be a
Like-
great set. I am quite excited.
And this is the qualification match for
Yeah,
a reason.
lot on the line.
Now, in terms of drafts, we've seen Bob Ross Fan Club play pretty much the same. They always have Thrall or Sonya. They oftentimes try to
Yeah,
get
yep.
Falstad or Tassadar for one of those control heroics.
Yep.
Jaina's been pretty prominent for them, even first picking her in that last game. You think they're just going to stick to
Yeah,
their guns? And
Has Fan played anyone other than? Oh no, he played Vikings once. I think he
Played
played Vikings once, and then 3 games of Kael'thas and 2 Jaina. But
worked out pretty well for
he's
them.
he's been very consistent with that.
I can't wait to see him on Li Ming, man. I cannot wait for that hero.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. There's a lot of very, very strong players in the NA scene that are gonna be able to, I think, showcase a lot of good
you
skill
think
with
of
them.
you think of Fan, you think
Yeah.
of K1
K1
Pro,
Pro,
Arthalon, like, oh man,
now both on the same team. They're gonna be fighting over that hero.
true.
Should be interesting. Wonder how the games are going on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the bracket at all today, just type !bracket for that update. and you can check it all out yourself. We can tell you that Fnatic and Team Dignitas were the two teams that advanced from the European qualifier, which ended earlier today, and they will be joining Team Liquid in Google as 4 out of 8 of the teams that will play in Katowice the first weekend of March.
Yes. I think it's March 5th.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, can you pronounce the Google's name? Has anyone been able to do it yet? It's like
Google is Shezit or something?
Ishazant or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what language it is.
Well, no. You don't get the joke. It's if you Google the second half, you Google is Shezit or whatever, it's a salt shaker. So if you type
All right.
the second half of their name after Google into Google search engine, look at images, you'll get salt shakers.
Why?
I don't know. They're salty, man. They're a salty team. They want to bring the salt to their opponents.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but that's very interesting. Very interesting. name.
I hope they get a sponsor because calling them Google is a little bit confusing for everyone.
Very, very confusing.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, qualifying for Katowice is one thing that can warrant a sponsorship for sure, especially qualifying the first qualifier. People have been, a lot of people have called them Patch Zergs, being a team that thrives on a new patch, and they have plenty of time to prove them otherwise.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is they're going to Poland.
They got time to really iron some stuff out if we think that is a weakness of theirs. Who knows? All right, next point that I wanted to bring up. Oh, talking about sponsorships. Bob Ross.
Still not sponsored.
No sponsor.
You know, they're such a community favorite at this point.
Did you happen to see Jesse Cox's third episode of The Salt or whatever his show is called?
No.
He did an entire episode talking about Bob Ross Fan Club and their sponsorship and what they should do with it. It's very interesting, actually, if you want to go check it out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'd recommend it. It's a good watch. He basically just says, don't get sponsored. Continue to crowdfund yourself to tournaments and be like the community team.
It's a cool idea.
And he's talking about, like corporate sellouts and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
it's very interesting
if
viewpoint. I will say that.
If they can remain this dominant, and if they can win and make their way to Korea, I think they should then earn their spot in Korea, go to CLG, TSM, an organization of that caliber, Evil Geniuses, a large organization that has a foundation in America, and pitch to them. There's the fact that you can be the community team, but then there's the fact that you can have an expanded audience based on that brand. TSM
True.
fans now relate to you because you're TSM. Remember when Leffen got signed by TSM? That guy's Twitter exploded. Leffen's a Smash guy.
Good point.
Come from the Smash community originally, so.
Also, you have, there's no salary, there's no consistency. He argued some good points, though, talking about, as a player, he's like, you're going to get backstabbed, like it's going to happen, you're going to get sold off for the second you don't perform well, and he's, if you're a community team, that doesn't necessarily happen right away,
It's true.
It was very, very interesting viewpoint.
There's two sides of the coin, right?
Absolutely.
And holding off until after regionals, I think, is very smart.
Yep.
Just
see what happens.
Just don't lose regionals.
No pressure. Very, very cool scenario that Bob Ross is in, or at least to view it, to see what's going to happen with those guys, because they are all very talented.
Yeah. So right now we're really just waiting for the teams to be ready. I think somebody AFK'd or something. This admin said they're just waiting to hear back.
Do we know what teams are on the other side for the qualifier?
Yeah, one sec.
Yep. I'll take a look in a second. We'll do some predictions there.
Okay, I'm messaging Bob Ross. Sounds like the admins haven't had contact yet, so we're just gonna hit them up myself and see what's going on. Looking at the bracket. Can actually pull it up on screen here.
Whoa.
So, up in the let's refresh.
Hitting a lot of buttons, Jake.
Cloud
all right,
9
no
versus
advancement
Panic
yet
Global
there.
Still not complete, and still, this was delayed. The side of Flying Kittens and Zot for some reason. So Cog's still waiting on their opponent.
Yeah, so that's Resurgence versus THC White. Is that? I wonder if that's Great White North, because they were a Canadian team as well, right?
Let's take a look at the roster.
No, they weren't. Okay, because there was a team called like Great White North.
Yeah,
or something.
last year. This is a different team. USA.
Yeah, I don't recognize any. Oh, Kawhi Rice.
Kobe!
Kawhi Rice.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in ages.
He's still very involved with the game, but I haven't seen him play in a while.
Yeah. Oh, other thing. Heroes of the Dorm. We haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, I talked about it on my stream. But
Yeah.
man.
That's very interesting, isn't it? I wonder which players are still going through college. I don't know that for sure.
I wonder what the rules are for players that played last year. Like, could the Berkeley students that are still students play again?
That's a good point, because they already have their
Because
tuition
they're already
paid for.
right. They're already
Yeah.
victors. So are they now ineligible?
Don't know. That is interesting.
Could they win a second tuition? I'm going to grad school.
Go back to school. That's cool. Yeah, but I mean, you'll see a lot of familiar names probably in that event. Heroes was a very young game.
Heroes was
Not
still
even
in
released.
alpha.
Yeah.
Or beta.
I think it was beta at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It wasn't.
It was right
launched.
around that time.
Yeah, because
it
the
was
game
not
came
launched
out in
yet.
June.
Yeah.
And it was Dorm ended in April,
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Late April, I think.
I think
is
it
when
started
Dorm
in
ended.
March, ended in April.
Yeah. It's very it's cool tournament. Yeah, but again, the game was so different back then, and now the scene has been established quite a bit more, and we're going to see a lot of familiar names in it, and it's always interesting to see. It's kind of like the all-star match
Yeah.
that you see in like a lot of sports, right, where they just pull really strong players from each of these teams, and then they get plopped into a new team, and it's like, how well do they adapt? You know, how strong is their coaching / ability to lead? You know, are there clashes in that sense? But you know, it's always a really cool thing. So you just get like one strong player,
And it was-
iDream or something like that. He's like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
just going to be on a new team with players that maybe we haven't even heard of before. How well can iDream develop the talent on his team to advance and win?
On top of that, we see crossover from other games. You can see League of Legends pros
Sure.
stepping in
Yeah,
and
yeah.
playing. We saw Suppy playing with Berkeley, a very
Yes.
prominent StarCraft 2 player. And did he go on to do much else with Heroes of the Storm? No, he focused on StarCraft 2, but he's a very powerful pro gamer mechanically,
Yeah.
and he just, he understands the atmosphere so well that he was a huge asset to the team. Michael Udall on that launcher.
The hair.
His hair is so nice.
He has his own Twitter. His hair has his own Twitter.
Wait, really?
Like Udo's hair. It's that legendary.
Does Caldor's bicep have a Twitter?
I don't know.
I know
have to
Kubi's bicep
have to
doesn't.
make
It's
it.
not worth it.
All right, we have a lobby.
Oh,
That's
Zuna
good.
invited me first.
Wow.
We're going to Battlefield of Eternity, ladies and gentlemen. This is the qualification match between Bob Ross Fan Club and Team Blaze. I read our old
Yeah.
draft on the side.
Jake, I think I
That's
asked you
not
this last time. What your favorite battleground is, other than Dragonshire?
Mhm.
What was your answer? Was it Sky Temple?
Yeah.
I think this might actually be my favorite battleground.
We used to hate this map when it first came out.
Yeah,
Remember that?
it's growing on me though.
Yeah, it's gotten so much better.
Not
Actually,
re-
no,
not
I
really.
didn't say Sky Temple.
They haven't really changed the map to it. What did you say?
I said
Tomb? No.
no,
Cursed?
no. Shrines. I like shrines.
Oh, okay.
I like the diverse options that exist on shrines. And I
a
like
good map.
lots of mercenary camps.
That map was one where they made some small changes and it got way better. Way better.
Yeah.
More skeletons. Just drawing out the fights for the Punishers was so influential on that map. It was a very good call.
There was a point where we were seeing first pick Nazebo on this map, first pick Zagara. It's like this map's been through a lot of figuring out over
Oh,
the...
you're talking about Battlefield now?
Oh, yeah, Battlefield.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot for poking and sustain. That has changed a little bit. But
Okay, well, we actually have a lobby. We're making progress,
it is
guys.
populated.
Everyone.
What happens next, Jake?
Well, we wait for that draft link. I hope they're not waiting for us to make the draft link. They always make it.
Jake,
So-
why did the Scarecrow get a promotion?
I don't know, Kubi.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
I hate you so much. God.
Yes. That might be my favorite joke of all time. It's such a good joke.
What was the other one about circus?
Oh. Let me think of it. Did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense.
I had to find the draft link myself.
Oh. Yell at him.
I did.
Let 'em know.
I didn't yell at them.
Let 'em know.
I didn't yell at them. I told them they can start the draft. Bob Ross Fan Club is ready.
Crub.
Team Blaze. Waiting.
Braves. Crub and Braves. Waiting it out.
Kubi,
Hi.
what's your favorite kind of flower?
What? Favorite flower?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My fiance owns a flower business. You can buy flower seeds at selectseeds.com. I just plugged. Yes. You didn't answer though. I want to know what kind of flowers you want. I want you all to order seeds on selectseeds.com, and I want you to plant the most beautiful flower you can imagine. Support Jack Egg in his future waifu.
His future wife. Gosh. I don't know. I don't have an answer for it. I have to think about it. That's a tough one. I feel like I would have had an answer.
He was going to say dahlia. Kubi's a dahlia kind of guy.
What is that?
It sounds like a flower.
I Google it right now, and it's probably a flower. You know it. You know what that looks like, too.
Dahlia.
I don't know how to spell it. Oh, gosh. All right.
Man.
All right.
It's almost a lunar festival. Get ready for some lunar flowers. Like a moon blossom.
Oh, yeah. The monkey. Can we talk about the monkey? Oh, that is so fun.
Oh, we got a draft. No monkey talk.
I still want to talk about the monkey. Monkey's fun. I guess that's really all there is to it. I wonder what you get from it, though. Oh, you get a mount? No, you get gold. You get gold for completing. You get 100 gold per day or something.
Yeah,
All right, Blaze Ben's out. Taronda first.
Followed by Zagara. Kael'thas first pick for Blaze. They going to blaze it up?
We see a lot of this sequence. Happens pretty frequently. Falstad, a little bit less value on this. I can't really see the justification for picking Falstad over Kael'thas. They're thinking about it, though.
There's some merit to it. That's for sure. Barbaros fan club known for Falstad, Thrall, Sonya, and, well, we've seen tons of Kael'thas and tons of Jaina, but they're opting to go for Jaina themselves. Jaina maybe has better poke when it comes to just working on the...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
The
Bob
Immortal?
Looks like they're going to scoop that right up. They'll take the Kael'thas.
Why not?
We'll have to see if that pairs up into anything.
Chat is now seeing your joke. They like it.
They are...
Bad jokes.
They're upset.
Okay, Kael'thas, that first pick locked in for sure. Bob Ross, do they go for Falstad? That's what I'm thinking. But they could also grab Thrall early. This is a good map for Stitches, that's for sure. And you think of Gravity Lapse as the setup for Hook. We see that, or the follow-up from Hook.
Oh, he falls. I mean, I was saying that I don't see the value to pick him over Kael'thas, but he's still a very, very strong hero.
Certainly grab
in all these drafts, I think it's fine. Bob Ross has proven time and again that they are quite good with this hero. I got very confused for a second. I was looking at your preview for the stream, and I didn't see myself sitting in the chair, and I was like, how did you do that? You somehow cropped me out of the picture because I was like leaning down or something. Muradin early?
Sellout status confirmed. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Muradin's still very good in my opinion. I know you hate him now.
I don't hate him. He's okay. Oh, what is going on here? What are they setting up? What is happening?
Well,
double tank.
The thing is, they kind of have to ban. They don't have to, but banning Thrall now is almost like a priority for Blaze because Thrall's so good engaging on Medic. Like, he is one of the best answers in the game to Medic.
Bob Ross going for their ban. I mean, they've picked a little bit of everything. Bob Ross already has 2 of their damage there, so I think it's going to be a damage. They kind of have to try to read into what Blaze is doing, and I'll admit it's not easy. There's a lot of like what are you doing with this early Muradin and Morales pick? Toronto's out.
It's certainly peculiar. This is a very uncommon draft order, especially, you know.
I can see Zeratul, Stim Drone. I feel like it's got to be one of those auto attackers. You know, just somebody who's like, oh, do not let them get in and just start going to work.
True. Yeah, Zeratul's been banned out here. Blaze, do they ban the Thrall, the Sonya? What are they worried about?
I think I like a Thrall ban.
Uther,
ETC would be fine as well.
Looking at Sonya. They ban out Sonya, okay.
Trying to maybe eliminate the worst of the situation, whatever they don't feel like dealing with. Thrall, I feel like it's more of a threat to Morales than Sonya is.
How would you feel about Blaze running Greymane with what they have right now? We haven't seen Greymane ourselves. in a competitive match?
Not a huge fan of it. It could work. Probably Greymane's going to be leaping too far ahead from where Morales is. You could throw Stim Drone on him, but it doesn't help with his sustain any further.
No, definitely
like
doesn't.
it would for Illidan or
But for
Sonya.
even range
or
style, though, on Greymane. All right, well,
yeah, I guess that is true. That's not bad.
on the side of Bob Ross Fan Club, we do see Thrall picked up with ETC. Uther is now a big, scary threat. We saw the power of Mosh Pit with Divine Shield. Bob Ross Fan Club will have a very, very powerful draft.
Are they just going to go for... Oh, Stitches? Stitches... Vala or Raynor?
I like Stitches a lot
Would
here.
be pretty sick.
Oh!
Oh! Please. Please. Please.
Stim Drone Lunara.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay.
They're toying with us.
If you take Lunara, or I mean, if you take Stitches, okay, there. I don't see the combination of the two, though.
Well, this is really cool. Lunara being picked up for the first time that I've cast. She's been played in the past in other matches, but she did receive some nice changes recently. The PTR, they're live, right? The auto attack changes? Or no, they're not. They
buffed her health
damage.
and
The buff
poison damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so Stitches, Murd, and Jaina pair well together. That's really what you're looking at for your combo. Morales and Lunara, how they fit into the rest of this. Sure, those two, like a Stim Drone on Lunara, especially past like 16, when you can get that range to like really let her go to town. Whether it's the range or like she buffs her own auto attack. Yeah, we expected the Uther for this final pick.
Yep.
Lunara. There's no cloaks on the other side, so they don't need to grab that talent. I'm trying to think what style they're going to go for.
It's got to be an auto attack style with wild.
It feels like it's the most successful way to play her.
Yeah.
Or where you're going to have the most impact, especially with Morales on the team.
The Q burst build doesn't have that same kind of like huge steady impact, but what I'm really interested in is if we're actually going to see Leaping Strike, because there is some synergy with Hook and Leaping Strike. So,
how do you figure?
Well, it's got a huge slow on it. So you hook the target and then you Leaping Strike. It's like not a skill shot. It's guaranteed to hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Very interesting. Also, Lunara, we didn't really talk about this much and how she interacts with the battleground, but she's going to be able to do a lot of sustained damage to the Immortal.
Yeah.
And just allowing them to, like, if they get a lead on the Immortal, it forces a response out of Bob Ross. Not that they don't have the composition to dive and make this work out. I like Lunara, but I got to give the draft to Bob Ross. I mean, they've shown that this composition works so well for them. In the past, they've just absolutely dominated. Uther, ETC Divine Shield is ridiculous in terms of value. Falstad, not the biggest map in terms of like trying to soak a lane and then fly in because you're close to the objective, but Mighty Gusts, McIntyre has just absolutely dominated with that heroic.
Yeah.
Fans on one of his comfortable heroes. Like, I got to give the draft to Bob Ross, but I'm very, very interested to see what Blaze can do with this.
This is so different.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely it's hard to predict exactly how much value Lunara is going to have. She is a much better hero now, and I fully expected her to rise up in some kind of prominence in the meta after the auto attack changes. But to see her before the auto attack changes, I'm not sure, man. I really don't know what to expect. All right, well, we're going in, Coobs.
Battlefield of Eternity. Sustained damage output. I'd say it's higher for... But, I mean, really, they have the stitches. They need to make use of it. So...
All right, well, on the left side, that is Bob Ross Fan Club with Zuna playing as Thrall McIntyre on Falsehead, Fan playing Kael'thas Urho on ETC.
Claudius, please.
Kenma on Uther.
This may warrant a pause. We'll see. Oh, he's back in. Okay. And we're going to have Jason on Jaina. Rafflecopter is on Lunara. Claudius will be playing Stitches this game. Battery on the Murd.
You're just trying so hard. Yeah, he makes it in.
I like the pink themes. We got the light colored themes.
Oh, man.
That's the battleground. Anyway, that is Team Blaze, and they are striving in mid. We have a slam upgrade for Stitches immediately. I believe level 1 is damage.
4
13.
Stitches, yeah, that's the increased 50% damage there on
13
Slam.
is area of effect, and then 16 is the semi-root.
So chat is saying there's a bug on Lunara's damage versus the Immortal. I don't know.
Oh, it's almost like I predicted that.
If that's
That maybe?
I haven't heard it myself, and then again, I haven't looked at Ready in a few days. Hook there onto Fan, a ton of damage being done. The heals are nice from Kenma, not quite able to get that blow up, but the poke from Rafflecopter is very severe.
Takes the reveal talent at level 1. It doesn't have to be against stealth. It gives you vision essentially on any of those targets. So, which is nice for the vents that are all around, and you have the wisp as well. Jake, what is your favorite wisp talent at level 4? Because we know that Lunara only gets wisp upgrades at level 4.
The Undying one. I can't think of the name.
Cooldown? Is it the cooldown reduction?
Yeah, as it's when it's inactive, it responds twice as fast, or it comes off cooldown twice as fast.
Okay.
Personally, I like that, just because you get more vision more often. Now,
Sure.
of course, they're changing the cooldown from 45 seconds to 30 seconds
which is huge.
on the PTR, and that's a nice change that would give more flexibility with the level 4 talent on Lunar, in my opinion. Skybound is really good with the speed.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Otherwise.
one. Okay, so Stitches, of course, is going to dominate in terms of like how they want to engage on these Immortals. And, they really want to try to get a pick, but do they, the damage output? It's like half their team is really devoted to poking and dealing with the Immortal. The other half is trying to force it. So that is interesting in itself. Stitches talenting into a bit of damage. Is this bug a real deal? Does it force Bob Ross to engage? Not really. They're burning it down faster.
Yeah, Bob Ross gets the successful pickup. I don't know what the details of the bug, or if the bug is actually accurate.
Oh, no.
Oh, the face checking of the bush will pick Gladius off. Yes, Medic not able to get the heal, even with the bite, not enough sustain available. And this is one man down on the race here. Bob Ross Fan Club will, in fact, pick up the first Immortal of the game.
Yeah. So far, not seeing the value of the Lunara pick. We'll give it some time. Yeah, with Stim Drone, that could be insane. Could be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, she's definitely not an early game hero. Lunara scales really well. You can build her a variety of ways. We can see the Starwood Spear with Wild Vigor make her rather terrifying if you decide to go that route. I think we're pretty much definitely going to see Starwood Spear.
More Slam upgrades. I believe that is the one that applies his trait. So even more damage.
Nimble Whip.
Stitches Slam.
All right.
Very, very cool. This is I'm like paying attention, close attention to everything, just to like see how this Lunara pick ends up panning out. It's very, very interesting.
2 towers down. Murden trying to defend versus Thrall. Should be able to keep these towers alive before Zuna gets too much damage done, but he does trade rather nicely in this situation. They're pushing out the bottom lane.
Really, really ahead in the experience. So that jumped up quite a bit with these towers being picked up, and that evening out of the creep wave at the top lane didn't really do too much to them. And they're feeling confident enough to take these Merc camps. Battery does not quite have vision of that, so it looks like it's going to go to Bob Ross. No problem.
Yeah, Zuna rotating up though. The nice knockback from Huge, doing a lot of damage with the power slide peel. Now Medic is the one that's gonna fall. Huge down early in this fight. Battery should also end up falling. The hook actually kind of working against them. Not sure if it mattered.
No,
Two
not so
for
much.
nothing.
That was good though. Zuna knew his limits. He knew that Kemba was going to be able to rotate down, give him a bit of burst heal. He knew that if he just threw down his Wind Fairy, he would be able to sustain himself, and it was the right call to do. Lock down the Medic, get that takedown. Murden also falling. Another big boost to Bob Ross's early game. Who has the better late game, though? Is it Lunara's 16 talent, or is it Kael'Thas' Chain Bomb that's really going to be the big factor? Also, Stitch's range on the hook.
We're seeing a slam build.
Yeah.
Like, could this be a pulverized game instead of Fishing Hook? It's actually, there's merit for it. If you're going to spec into slam like this.
Yeah. I mean, his auto attack and his slam got buff damage.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see exactly how this Bruiser-style Stitches works. Now, he does have Murden as that primary tank who's going Reverberation here, paired with Thunderburn.
Yep.
So, yeah, Murden is definitely more the peel than Stitches. Pretty much guaranteed we'll see Putrid File. Not much of a call for Forge in this game.
Haven't seen a cleansed hook yet.
No.
Even with the changes. So that could be a thing. We do have cleanse now on Uther. Level 7.
Kenma more than capable of landing those cleanses
For sure.
or those hooks as they're coming out. And they're going straight for the trade on damage. Jaina is all by herself in the top, but it's going to be their Immortal that's focused down Jason.
That was fast.
Needs to be
That was
careful.
really fast.
Yeah. Okay. Big lead for Bob Ross. This is a situation where level 7 has been picked up. Finally, anything interesting? Toxic gas again, all on damage. Frostbitten here for Jaina.
That's just like the old Stitches build.
It is.
We're talking like a year back maybe. They're
Oh,
just calling
nice
okay,
hook.
good hook into Mac, but he's able to get out with that barrel roll. Shield really working against some of that poison. They're able to push them back, but the medic, huge, able to heal everybody back up. No problem. Kind of a stalemate for the time being, but with Bob Ross ahead in level and immortal damage, Blaze is going to have to make something happen.
Okay, Nature's Calling is great for pushing out these waves. Rufflecopter doing that, but as they see him in the bottom lane, Bob Ross Fan Club pushes in once again. Ruffle looking on up, needs to back away, does juke the power slide, but he will get blown up there by Urho. Jason taking a lot of
happen.
damage.
This could get dicey. Okay, it does get the heal up, but this is their time for Bob Ross to continue to strike in. It is on the enemy's side. They have to be a bit careful. Arrow going in with the stun.
Oh man, huge collapse here from Bob Ross. Falset flying in. We do see that Medic has fallen, and Jason will die as well. 3 for nothing in favor of Bob Ross Fan Club, and that will be a very powerful, almost max power Immortal on their side.
So the level 7 upgrade is what interacts with the Immortal?
I would imagine so.
It's got to be, because it's an odd
damage.
tick, right?
Yeah.
Usually we see the crit.
Well, I wouldn't say it's odd. I mean, it's 200% damage. It's very good, but yeah, well, that very well could be it.
They're waiting on the Immortal. Are they taking Merc Camp? Yeah. Okay. Thought maybe that was the plan. Sometimes, there is benefit sometimes if you take a big advantage like that. Wait on the Immortal. We actually saw that last time Bob Ross. They got a really quick lead, took the fort so that they could actually change which lane the Immortal was going to push down because they shoved out the structures a little bit further. Cool play. Didn't end up panning out this time, or weren't going for it.
Well, we're going to see this keep get pressured here. Falstead staying in the bottom lane, can rotate up if they find absolutely necessary, but heroics are imminent at this point in time as that fort falls. Heroics have been picked up. We see Phoenix paired with Sundering, Divine Shield, Mosh Pit, and the Mighty Gust, and there goes that Sundering right off the bat.
Going in for the flank. Are we going to see it? The Phoenix is thrown down. Do we have a setup? Okay, the Mosh Pit's going down onto those two heroes. Kenma forcing Claudius out. We have the Divine Shield as well. Rafflecopter's going to go down huge, isolated. We don't see that. Okay, good Gust, and that's going to be the end of Huge. Is Claudius going to be able to get out? Maybe not, definitely not.
This Immortal still just barely losing some of its shields. Another kill on Claudius. 4 members have fallen, and Bob Ross Fan Club looking beautiful in this first game of the qualification match.
So far, Rafflecopter's pick for Lunar at this point has been a bit more of a liability. Damage output is still there for sure, but haven't seen the fruits of this pick just yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking super impactful so far. The Immortal does a little bit of damage to that keep, but the 1,300 experience from those towers gives a huge lead here to Bob Ross Fan Club.
Okay, McIntyre flying to the bottom lane. Does he take the camp, or is he just concerned with cleaning up this wave? That looks to be the case.
We do see the camp was picked up by his allies here in the top. Urho going to go replenish his mana, and it looks like we see everyone rotating down here to the bottom, trying to find someone to pick off. Level 10 has finally been reached, and we're seeing the Thornwood Vine picked up here with Avatar. We will have Stim Drone. That's going to be very good for Lunar, Putrid Bile, and Water Element.
Bob Ross Fan Club just taking their own mercenary camp. Have the level advantage. Probably could invade. Not necessary. Have a huge lead at this point in time. What needs to change? What needs to change?
They just need picks. They need to find...
Yeah, we haven't seen too much value out of the hook.
Yeah.
Just yet.
I mean, when you run Stitches, you're expecting into a Bruiser that needs picks. And Jason, speaking of
That's
picks, he is going to die himself, staying in bottom at the midpoint when rotations are imminent. There's no vision here. A very risky thing to do. Battery doing his best to zone for the team. McIntyre and Zuna just going to steal this Bruiser camp, and
they
Blaze
have
just
purchased
hiding
themselves the opportunity to do this. Claudius is going to go in for the poke. Gets the hook. That's the wrong target.
And they
doesn't have
it's not like
Gorge
they have
or
a
anything.
follow-up in that situation anyways.
Gorge
I mean,
would have been
wasn't
awesome,
there.
sure, but that you can't guarantee that situation is going to pop up,
True.
and it's not worth grabbing the heroic just for that.
Yeah.
That takedown on Jaina and taking this mercenary camp won't have a massive impact on this Immortal phase. But now they have great position to take this fort. Oh, things are looking dicey.
Zuna topping the charts with 20,000 damage on Thrall, well ahead of anyone on the side of Team Blaze, who are in a desperate situation. They don't have their level 13 talents, and their Immortal is already going to be down to half health before they even get there.
They try to go in and always last second,
Sundering pretty much whips, just hitting on Medic, but the rest of the team is just getting annihilated behind that.
That hurts. Huge trying to save himself. Throws down the safeguard. Not going to be enough battery. Barely making it out of that scenario. That is going to be a full health Immortal pushing down the bottom lane.
Chain Bomb is so balanced.
Jake is salty. Well,
See how fast they died?
they did die very, very quickly.
It's like, oh, medic stunned for 2 seconds. Oh, the entire team's dead. Esports.
Yeah. No more camp to stall out for. I think they'll just clean this up, push the waves out.
Yeah, we see everybody went back to get their mana, and this is going to be a huge push out of Bob Ross.
Oh,
they're stalling just for a moment. They want to get in position. They want to be there the moment the Immortal spawns while they all have max mana. This is cute.
They're trying to bait something out? What are they doing here?
Okay, the Wisp flying forward. Fan a little bit out of position. They're going to find him. Isn't
That's a
enough
D
damage
shield.
available. The hook comes in, but that might work against them. Fan, not quite enough damage. The poison of Stitches doesn't kill him. The heals from Zuna, or not Zuna, not going to be enough. Kenma can't heal him there. Sundering comes out, locking battery to the side, but Urho might end falling. Mighty Gust at the last moment from McIntyre will save him, but Kenma to the right side, a little bit risky. Stim drone used there on Lunari going forward. The unstoppable use from Cleanse to deny the root there, and Zuna's getting very low, but they just can't finish anyone off.
They got the one takedown of the kill. Thoughts traded out for Stitches. I mean, I gotta feel critical if they had the crits during that stim drone.
Yeah.
That might have been a dead Zuna. It's 4 auto attacks crit, and it does an insane amount of damage.
Wisps flying out, checking. They're actually going to start to get some damage on this Immortal, which is a nice small win for them, just doing any damage right now. One poke from Falstead, Kenma, Urho, doesn't matter, would finish off the Red Immortal.
I'm very curious about this decision to stall out. You'd think that they would want to have the Immortal capped while they have a talent advantage.
True.
Right? That's like, that would be the best time to strike. You're going to be able to get the most out of your Immortal pushing. So I think they were just trying to put Team Blaze in like an awkward spot and say like, what is the decision you make here? Do you just leave it? Do you know, it's almost like leaving that last skull.
Yeah.
In the Haunted Mines, Red
yeah.
Haunted Mines. You know, you can wait, and it's the Immortal's going to get stronger as the later the game goes on, but still taking this push while you have a talent advantage is a big deal.
Well, Stitches is actually topping
Yeah,
the
he is.
numbers here on the side of Team Blazer, looking for a flank. Zuna in the backside, Dwarf Toss in, the hook connecting as well.
Cancel
Water
Sundering.
LE used, but they're able to get Zuna out with Wind Fury running away. The Mighty Gust pushing the team, separating them massively.
Sundering back off cooldown. Battery in the thick of things. Don't know if he's going to be able to get out. Okay, he's now in the Phoenix, but gets the heals from Huge. Actually gets stunned out, and that might be enough. Arrow pitching him to the wall, and Claudius barely dodging that, but they think the Living Bomb will be enough.
Rafflecopter able to pick off Zuna, and Fan is super low. Thornwood Vine goes out, connecting. Fan should end falling here. Zuna did manage to live just barely in this mosh pit, buying them the time they need. That's going to be enough to pick off Medic, but Rafflecopter gets hit by that knockback here. Urho making some massive plays. They've overstayed their welcome, not able to trade out Kenma or Zuna, and it's going to be a 2-for-5 trade in favor of Bob Ross Fan Club, and this Immortal will take out the keep.
Yeah, not going to end the game quite yet. Not quite enough health on this Immortal. They have a huge advantage at this point, though. 3 levels up. They'll probably just wait this out, maybe put themselves in a good position to take Merc camps as soon as they become available, and just continue to ride this forward. That was crazy.
There's a lot of like really close things that could have changed that a lot. Like you see Lunara left the poison on Thrall and left Zuna alone, and Zuna was able to throw in a chain lightning, healing himself up to survive.
Yeah.
So like a lot of those little things, like one more auto secures Zuna's death, and then you're just a little bit slower to rotate down to the next target, which you probably would have got the kill on. So you just got to remember that heroes like Thrall can really heal themselves up rather easily.
That self-sustain always playing a big factor. Crazy, crazy fight, though. Really drawn out, which is always going to benefit Lunara, which is probably why, even with the level deficit, we saw so much value out of the hero. She didn't end up getting, bopped immediately like we've seen out of all the other fights. So
Yeah.
that's why that fight went so well for Blaze. They're going to have to try to find positions like that again. I thought the flank was personally a very, very risky call, and I wouldn't have necessarily agree with it. We got the hook onto Arrow.
Ooh, but the
Immediate sundering.
Sundering to peel. Battery getting very low. Divine Shield used on Zuna, and Zuna picks up the kill on Muradin. Muradin out for the count. Urho still has a lot of health remaining, and Kenma with the big kills. This is just a disengage and a successful win from Bob Ross. They might even get Raffle Cleanse has to be used.
Good cleanse from Huge. Keeping Rafflecopter alive, just trying to apply some poke damage.
He's doing a lot.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Oh, that's
Uther is going to struggle trying to keep up with the poison damage.
Great
Split
Gust.
it up over a lot of heroes. Yeah, so it was a good Gust. Another interesting thing that happened at the end of that the start of the most previous fight that Blaze took a pretty decent chunk out of. they interrupted Sundering like the instant that he went to go cast it. And that actually played a big deal because of the way the Blaze was clumped up when they went for the flank. Like, they were all going to get hit by that Sundering, and the fact that it got canceled right away. I think it was by the hook. Really, really fortunate for them, if you want to call it that, but it worked out well in their favor.
I'm really curious if we're going to see Pulverize in this game. I think based on what we've seen, all these slam talents, there's definitely a case for it. And maybe that makes a big difference when it comes to some of these fights versus Thrall. But time will tell. We'll be there very soon. Level 60 not quite here. They're taking the fight anyways. Battery needs to dwarf out safety. Future Battle used very early in the mosh pit, just lucking in Ruffle with a quick interrupt. But the Mighty Gus completely whiffed, but Battery is completely secluded. Claudius trying to peel with that bile, but the Sundering hits both of them, and Battery goes down.
Oh, no, go back. You guys got to leave. Oh, no, Jason. It looks as though he might be able to get down. He gets the good cleanse. He gets slowed by the Hammerang. Is it going to be enough?
Nice.
Great grenade.
Nice done. Both the Water Elemental and the grenade of Medic able to get them back. They almost have 16, but re-engaging 4v5, not really ideal.
Muradin out for the time being. No Avatar should be able to be used. This is going to give a big leg up for Bob Ross Fan Club in this first game. Is this enough? Oh, McIntyre getting stunned. Shouldn't matter too much.
Jason getting a little bit greedy here, going for it. He will get blown up very quickly. No way was that worth the risk.
Yeah, and they will throw every heroic. Mac, what is going on? He's probably got to set up for a gust here, but didn't quite get it. The hook. A lot of poison damage on McIntyre. That low zones him out of the gate. Are they going to get punished for this?
Oh my goodness, Putrid Bile get for the escape. Huge is going to be able to get away from this. So much damage going on to Kenma. Battery pops that Avatar. Remember, it does not have the micro stuns, but it's still a great utility. Diving onto Zuna. Lunara in the backside doing so much poison damage. A hook in, and that is a dead Zuna.
Yeah, we do have the micro stun, or root if you want to call it that, at level 16.
Oh! So much damage on Kenma. Divine Shield still on cooldown, and he will end up falling here. Bob Ross Fan Club, suddenly, they lose a fight for the first time in this game.
They got to catch up on the Immortal phase. 35 seconds and 46 for Uther and Thrall, respectively, so that's a big deal. They will win this Immortal phase.
Oh, Burden gets blown up. He stuck around a little bit too long, and Huge could not keep him alive. But Claudius with that Pulverize, so much slow on McIntyre. The hook goes in as well. They're trying to chase. Lunara, Pulverize once again being used. ETC power sliding in for the stall, and McIntyre will get out. Thornwood Vine not quite able to reach without the level 20 talent.
That is the range upgrade at 16 for... sorry, for Lunara?
Starwood Spear, yep.
Okay.
6 seconds of 50% range every time you activate.
Very good. Very, very, very strong, especially with the stim drone.
Yeah,
we
but
could see it for.
I mean, a pretty good fight here. I mean, when it comes to the Immortal, it's very even trades. They're gonna lose.
Wow,
it.
they still lost.
Stim drone used.
Ooh,
at the
and no mana either.
Oh, that's wasteful.
Well, they were trying to win the race really quick.
Yeah,
like,
but they
provide
used
a
it
good
as it ended.
Yeah,
like.
it was late for sure. That was the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, I get it. But
this is brutal because this gives them a huge Bob Ross a timing window to get up to 20. Well before Team Blaze is going to be able to respond.
Yeah, this keep is going down.
That Immortal fight was big. And perhaps missing Stim at that time, it should have been cast way sooner to catch up. That could hurt a lot. I mean, the correct play at this point, you're either going for a big pick.
They're looking for him right now. They're flanking from the side. Mighty Gus just hitting Claudius and Huge, but that's big. There's no heals.
Oh, no.
And a mosh pit connecting on both of them. Divine Shield used on ETC. The combo, well worth it. Muradin will dwarf toss over the wall, but die to McIntyre. The poisons on Mac should be enough for the kill. 2 for 1 in favor of Bob Ross Fan Club, but the keep has fallen to this Immortal, and Huge does not get hit by the Wolf.
So close to being game right now. Level 20. They still have their support up. Arrow is available. Keep in mind, they're going to have Redemption available on Uther. They might actually be able to finish the game at this point. Still quarter HP left on this Immortal. Claudius, Huge, and Rafflecopter trying to make a big difference here. That poison, is it going to be enough? 33% left on this core. I think it is going down. Bob Ross Fan Club taking a 1-0 victory. Quick over Blaze.
Woo! Lunara, how did she work out in the late game? Topped the damage in the entire game, so that's impressive in its own right. Most siege, most hero damage. She didn't look bad. I don't think Lunara was...
It's hard to say. I don't think that any of the picks necessarily cost them the game.
Yeah.
Just a couple of rotations.
Like that Jaina walking into the Immortal and insta-dying.
That definitely hurt a lot.
Jaina got picked a few times, actually.
The late stim drone at the end of the game there.
Actually, 7 deaths on Jaina in that game.
And I mean, some of the early Immortals that were taken, too, were just both teams racing each other. And that's always just like a snap decision. You look at the compositions for each team, figure out their estimated power and ability to burn down a single target, and you either got to fight or you're just trying to minimize their mortal. But I don't think that's ever really a strategy. You know, if you have a poke team, then just poke them out and try to get them to force to make a mistake.
Well,
so
Bob Ross Fan
hurt.
Club is one game away
Yeah,
from
they are.
qualifying for the regionals.
Almost
in
undefeated,
LA.
too.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're going to get ready for the second game of this best of 3 series. We'll be back in just a few. Stay tuned. Computer. Wow, that's awesome. Yes!